I stay with that big Glock, I put him in Ziploc. He put him on TikTok, what happened to hip-hop? The dope-ass MC, the DJ Big Crates. I first heard Double Dutch bust on them little eights. Mr. Magic playing, turn it down, it's too late. Chuck D and Cool J, the era was so great. Put enough flashback of this dope-ass rap. Right now, my foot is on these little niggas' back. I click-clack the iron. Whoever out there dying, spin back, shoot whoever out there crying. Forgive me, Lord, the drug dealers ain't teach me nothing. I had to learn, I seen niggas get killed for frontin'. Now I'm outside your Airbnb from the era when they was scared to rhyme at D&D. Y'all niggas better stop. Y'all know about D-Block. Funny ass dances, nigga, all we had was the WAP. Maybe Running Man, but I was tired for that. Crack rocks, nigga, black tops and ratchet. Oh, that's my little homie sister, she could catch it. Head crack, what's in your bank, I'ma match it. Yeah. Don't let these niggas throw you off like you supposed to die for them or go up north. When a nigga that you following is extra soft, take his gun and smack him if he fucking cold.
I stay with the F in, I teach you a lesson. It's not my fault, I'm greater than you less than. Too much hate is why you missing your blessings. Like my chances with any contestants. Lower your tone now, cause we all grown now. That bid you did don't mean nothing, you home now. That just mean you could catch two in your dome now.
Bang!
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Back at it again, man. Back at it again. Woo! What an interesting week in New York Giants. New York sports. This is your man, Fraz Taz in the building.
Thank you. You're far too kind.
Yeah.
You're far too kind.
You got yours truly, Marlon Mayhem.
Marlon Mayhem in the building.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And shout out to the rest of the conglomerate family. BJ, Kev Boogs, Michael Allen Scheme, T-Time. Give it up for those guys, man. Give it up for those guys.
Definitely.
Word. We here. So what we got, Fraz? Who we got? Who
Me personally, I would like to start with the New York Knicks.
Oh, you want to save the best for last?
Well,
however you want to go with it.
All right. Hold on. Let's talk about the Giants game today first.
All right.
If y'all didn't see it today, Giants and the Commanders played to a 20-20 tie. It was a really good game, the whole entire game. The Giants actually was able to score with them in the first half. And, within 5 minutes, wiped the 10 points away that they gave up. And the reemergence of Saquon Barkley and the passing game.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, we weren't capable of the big play, but I think, like I've been saying, we have plays that are big, the one-hitter quitters, but
yeah,
he just hasn't been running them much because of the lack of receivers. So he said, forget it. Today I'm going to try it down the field, and Slayton gets a 55-yarder to help put us in range for Saquon to score.
Yeah.
And that was the first score of the game, and that helped wipe away the 10 points because the first drive of the game, Danny Jones fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
And we held them to a field goal afterward. And then they scored a touchdown. So it was 10-0. And then it's like the Giants came back, scored a field goal on that next drive, and then they stopped them 3-and-out, and then came back and scored the touchdown with Saquon Barkley. So in 5 minutes, wiping away 10-point deficit, and then going on to win to play to a tie. It was a division game, mad competitive. Nobody wanted to give an inch this game. Gano just missed the field goal at the end by maybe 4 or 5 yards, I will say. That 58-yarder at the end of the overtime that he could have won the game with it. He missed it at the end. So,
man, yeah, that was that man. My heart dropped when he dropped the ball, man. I was like, man. I was like, if he would have caught that and we could have we probably scored.
that would have been.
But even still, like we didn't have to bomb it after his drop ball. Like we could have kept running the ball, bro. And we didn't do it. I think we would have ended the game right there. You know, it wouldn't have to go to overtime. I think we would have ended it right there. But the fact that we did it, and then, but I'm just glad we didn't take an L. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we did not take an L. That would have been bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's tied, and that's just the way it is right now. You know, the NFC is still competitive. You know, everybody would be in it. You know, still.
But and do remember, because of that tie, both teams' positions remain the same in the division.
Yeah.
So, as of the end of this week, all 4 NFC East teams will still be in the playoff hunt.
Yeah. So, it's gonna be a dogfight in the NFC East, man. It's gonna be tough. Now we just got to worry about the Eagles. You know,
because we play them next week.
Yeah, we play them next week. It's gonna be a tough. That game's gonna be tough.
That's gonna be a good game, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think we're gonna give them a huge fight, and I'm pretty confident that we'll come out with the victory.
Both teams is gonna play mad competitive. I don't know, man. Tough.
You know, I mean, it could go either way. You know what I'm saying? It really could. And you know, but I'm not going to give the Eagles fans satisfaction of them hearing me say, yeah, we might take a loss. Now, screw that. I got faith in this Giants team, man, because we've did some amazing things in this season to prove that we can be a playoff team.
Yeah,
that's a fact. You know, because think about all the things that we've done with missing guys.
Exactly, which is pretty much the entire season.
Exactly. So I'm not giving Eagles fans that. No, I believe we could come with the victory. Even though realistically it could go either way. You know?
Yeah.
You know, so
I would also like to give props to Kayvon Thibodeaux for finally getting him a sack today.
That's right. Let's give him a clap. Man.
It's refreshing to see that Kayvon Thibodeaux is beating these guys on the line, and he finally figured it out as far as how he should be attacking linemen and get past them so he could sack the quarterback. It's refreshing to see when the defense is all on the field. This is what happens.
Sure. Tibbs is gonna be big for us going in, you know, going forward. You know, he's getting there, bro, to be a monster defensive end for us, bro. I mean, man, I think he's gonna have one of those big games where he will get his flowers, bro. You know, I believe it, man, because he knows what to do. Of course he was struggling a little bit in the end. I mean, in the beginning, and it's like, yo, just give him time. You know, this man is gonna have some serious stops for us. You know, when in games that we really are going to need him. You know, he's really gonna come through, and I have faith in Tibbs, man. He's gonna be big for us. He's gonna be huge. You know,
if that sack was literally 2 more yards back, he's sacking the quarterback in the end zone, and that safety ends the game.
Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a true fact.
Because at that point, I think after the first possessions, at that point, any team scores, that's the game.
Yeah. But man, it was a tough game. You know, it was a tough game. They were receiving tough passes, man, and it was just they just was on.
Danny Jones still threw for 200 yards.
I'm just glad they ain't scoring us, you know, and it just ended with the tie. That's it, you know.
Yeah.
That kid who I told you about, what's his name, man? That receiver. What's his name? I keep forgetting this kid's name. The wide receiver that caught those big.
Hodgins?
No, not Hodgins. I'm talking about the kid on Washington.
Oh, you mean Samuel?
Yeah, Samuel. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like that kid right there. Yeah, he caught some really tough passes, you know. And I'm like, man, I just hope this kid don't score on us, man, because it would have been a clip for us. But we prevailed, and that's what it is, man. You know, I can't say the same about the Jets, you know.
Another tough loss for the Jets this week.
Another tough loss, man. Damn.
They gave the Vikings a run for their money the whole game. It wasn't they were down early and fought their way back into the game until the fourth quarter when Mike White threw the interception at the end.
Yeah, that's what ended it. You know, tough loss, but you know, they're a team that could be very deadly, you know, when healthy, you know, because they lost a lot of guys, man. Their injury list is pretty lengthy, you know. I think you know, with Sauce out, shit, you got a whole bunch of people out. Let me look at their injury report.
Wow, Sauce is having a year. He's out.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man.
Yeah, this is a week of injuries, man.
Yeah, the injuries.
Big injuries this week.
Yep.
Jimmy Garoppolo, Lamar Jackson, Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah. It's bad. You know, it's bad, and to be able to have all these injuries and the NFC still being tight as it is.
Yeah.
Even the AFC, you know, AFC is tough. You know, you got the Bills sitting on top.
Yeah.
They just beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
Spanked them. You know?
The Bills, in fact, just jumped into first place. Since we're on the subject of New York teams, the Bills are in first place in the AFC right now by way of the Kansas City loss today.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, anything could go.
Oh,
anything could go.
My bad. I lied earlier. All four NFC East teams are not in the playoff picture because Seattle won, and Seattle's now in the 7th spot ahead of Washington.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep. Which means the Giants need to win because Seattle has the tiebreaker against them, and if Seattle keeps winning and we keep losing, we gonna drop to 7.
Yeah, we can't afford that. We can't afford that at all. You know, yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't do that. So we got to win these games, starting with the Eagles, and see how we gonna come up off that. Because as the AFC stands, Buffalo Bills at number 1, Miami at number 2, Jets at number 3. The Patriots. You know, shout out to Michael Allen Skeen. He's a Patriots fan. I know he's hurt from that loss. Yeah, they're sitting at number 4. The Ravens at number, you know. Then you got the Ravens, you got the Bengals, Browns. Yeah, man, it's gonna be this season is it's gonna be interesting, to say the least. It's gonna be tough, you know. So on to basketball. Let's start off with the disappointing Nets game, because that game was pretty sloppy, man. It's pretty sloppy.
103-92, Celtics over the Nets.
Turnovers was a killer once again. You know, don't understand why Doc Vaughn didn't play Warren. I don't understand that, you know, but it's like, what the hell, man? You know, we all know Ben Simmons is out due to knee issues. Yeah, it was I think Boston has their number, bro. I'm be honest with you. I think Boston has their number. They know how to beat the Nets, regardless who's on it, regardless of the roster. You know, Tatum is KD's kryptonite. I'm gonna, you know, a lot of people don't want to hear that. I understand that, but Tatum is truly KD's kryptonite. He's proven it.
I mean,
his defense on KD can't do anything really. You know what I'm saying? He plays good defense on him.
And then he dropped 29 and 11 on the other end.
Yeah, you know, and on top of that, he was struggling. He was struggling in the beginning of the half.
But there's more. Then you got Jaylen Brown dropping 34 and 10 right behind that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't stop Jaylen Brown. He's just unstoppable. He's unstoppable. Like you can't stop him. And and think about it. Think about this. Marcus Smart was out. Think about that.
But this comment says you bugging. Why? Why is he bugging? Because he said he thinks the Celtics may have their number. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have to understand that. You know, you're talking about a team that swept the team in the playoffs. Even with this different team, they still are not able to beat the Celtics. You have to understand that. You know,
in certain situations, I believe Brown is better than Tatum. Yes,
yeah,
but
I agree. But you cannot front and say Tatum is you know, Tatum could. I mean, Tatum could drop 30 just like that. You know, they both can
drop 30. They both can drop 30.
So I cannot knock Tatum at all. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best players in the league. You know, definitely, and he's guarding KD like he's supposed to. You know, he's shutting KD down, bro. Like, even with him struggling, because look at the Celtics. Look at the playoffs. Tatum was struggling in the playoffs, but he was still managing to do his job.
Nah, I'm not saying it wasn't a good game. I'm not taking away from the game at all. Well, nah, KD actually had 31, I believe, not 33.
Yeah, I mean,
the problem was he didn't have anybody scoring at that capacity behind him in this game. Why you guys didn't win?
Yeah, I mean, KD's always going to get his buckets. I mean,
exactly.
When he struggles, it's really usually on him. You know, he's either having a cold night or he's not feeling it. But he's always going to get his buckets. But it all at the end of the day, when it comes down to the other team winning over KD, it's just defense, man. Tatum, Tatum is KD's kryptonite, and I'm gonna keep saying it because Tatum just knows how to guard him, and in tight situations, Tatum always come up on top, and that's what it is, Defensively, they were playing a good game, especially in the third quarter. They was playing very good defense on the Boston. It was just the sloppy turnovers, man, catching up to them. Sloppy turnovers. This is like, come on, man. You had Clax having a big game, double, I believe. I mean, geez. I just feel Boston has the Nets number, man. Barry said, "Stop it." Nets had Tatum on lock tonight. He did have him. They did have him on lock earlier in the game.
29 is having somebody
on when you score 29 points, you don't have anyone on lock. You don't have that player on lockdown.
Yeah.
If he's able to score 29 points, that's just not. If Ben and Utah plays, Nets win this game. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Playing Boston is no easy feat at all. These dudes are looking like they're going to be in the finals again. They're sitting at number 1. Right now. So you cannot really take this team lightly whatsoever. The Nets are still behind. Let me look at the standings real quick. Just make sure where the Nets is at. The Nets is currently sitting at 8th place. Sitting at 8th place. 13-12 is the record. And Boston, they have 19 wins and 5 losses. They're a tough team. They are a really, really tough team. 6th seed right now. Philadelphia is at number 6. If you're talking about who's at 6, Barry. But Nets is at number 8.
8th seed, not 6th seed.
Yeah, Nets is at number 8. So it's gonna be some tough games coming up. Some real tough. That's gonna be a huge challenge for the Nets. Let me see who the Nets have. Let's see who the Nets have next. Nets have Charlotte Hornets. They should be able to win that game. They have Atlanta Hawks. That's going to be a tough game because that boy Dejounte Murray, man, he's on fire. He's on fire, man. And then you got the Pacers again on Saturday, December 10th, which that's going to be another tough team. They're actually playing the Blazers right now, and the game's pretty close. And then after that is the Wizards, then the Raptors, then the Pistons, then Golden State Warriors, and then the Bucks and the Cavs, man, and the Hawks after that. So this month alone, it's going to be real tough for the Nets, man. It's going to be tough. There's going to be some hard games, and hopefully Utah and Ben to get back, get back on that court as soon as possible. See if they could pull some wins out of out of this month. So Hawks going to blow it up. Trey fighting the coach. Trey's fighting the coach. What? You seen something about that, Fred? Trey Young.
Not that I'm seeing publicly about it.
Oh. Well,
I haven't really looked into that, so
yeah.
But
I haven't heard anything of it, So, Hawks going to blow it up. I don't think they're going to blow it up. They still a young team. They still have talent on that team. So I think they'll if worst case scenario, they'll make little slight adjustments, but I don't see them blown up. They don't really have anything to blow up, So that's where I think that's how I feel about Atlanta, So with that being said, on to the Knicks. They came out with a victory, and I know Fraz, you've been waiting to speak your mind on the Knicks.
Yes, definitely. Clap it up to the Knicks today because first and foremost, the defense showed up today. The Knicks won 92-81 over the Cavs today. Once again, for all you people that, number one, say Brunson doesn't move the needle, he was the leading scorer today with 23 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds in 32 minutes. Randall dropped 18, 9, and 4 in 35 minutes. RJ had 15 points, 8 rebounds. Quickly had 12 points off the bench. And yes, I know JJ's going to kill me for this one, but yes, even Hartenstein had 10 and 9 today playing this game. Mitchell Robinson didn't really score much, but he had 11 rebounds today.
Hey, that's big. That's
the key to this game was the defense. All right. Usually the first game, we had them up by 9 and we fell apart in the fourth. In this game, I believe the Knicks were leading 71-63 going into the fourth. And they outscored them in the fourth and won this game with the defense. The defense was clicking on all cylinders today. And I'm going to say this again for people who haven't heard me say this on other lives. I'm going to say it again here. The Knicks can play with any team in the East. Whether you like what I'm saying or not, this is a true fact. The Knicks can play with any team in the East. It's just that you see what happens when the proper adjustments are made and you don't put us in a predicament to lose the game. The players stepped up this game big. So you can't say, oh, this was an all-around win for us. Coaching, the players, this was an all-around win across the board for us. And this was an excellent statement win to show people again, we can play with the elite in the East and we can beat them.
Right.
Also, another thing I wanted to mention about this game, yes, we did have a lot of turnovers, and that I didn't like. All right, I didn't like the fact that we had 20 turnovers. It's like it was ridiculous to see that many turnovers being allowed. But in contrast to that, we out rebounded them on the offensive glass and overall, and we had more points in the paint than them overall by 16, 56-40. The foul issue wasn't that bad because both teams had about the same number of fouls. So that I'm not worried about this game. But like I said, the overall team defense and the way we came out. What was y'all saying about us missing out on Donovan Mitchell now, people? Where you at now? Everybody saying, oh, the Knicks missed out on Donovan Mitchell. Who said that? Who said that? Somebody said that in the group. Who said that? Barry? Barry, was that you, Barry? Was that you, Barry?
I don't.
It was you, Barry.
Was it Barry? I think it was JJ. I don't know.
Was it? Somebody said it. All right. I take it back. I won't point no fingers. I take it back. I won't point no fingers.
I don't know. I don't know who said that. But I know people. Not just that person. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that. You know that the Knicks dropped the ball on Donovan. You know, I don't think they did because.
What?
I think honestly, I just prefer Brunson over Donovan. You know, that's just me. You know.
Listen, I'm happy not having the point guard woes anymore. Okay.
Right.
Because now you have you only have to build up certain spots, and it's like I said, you're not too far away from being a contender now. Because now you have pieces that say, oh, maybe now we can attract the star or two that is willing to come over here and wanting to play with the core, right?
Yeah, you're right. You know, that was a huge victory. You know, especially when Brunson. I guess the team, definitely felt some type of way when Brunson, held them accountable for the loss yesterday, because that should have been a win, hands down. There's no way they should have lost to the Mavericks. No way.
I agree.
You had complete control of that game. When the second half came, it's like no one knew what to do. They were not playing, they were playing lazy. They were playing sloppy. It was disgusting, bro.
But think about this for a minute. Jalen Brunson took accountability for the players being the ones that were slacking off, and not Coach Tibbs. And then to see the person who sticks up for Tibbs, the player that sticks up for Tibbs, come out and be the leading scorer for the team. That showed you something. That's that leadership that we haven't had in a while. Yeah. That we have a true point guard, bro. And people need to see that. And to get to this comment now that, yes, Mitchell is better than RJ. You're absolutely right. I don't disagree with you on that. But the thing about it is, who's got more potential at this point? That's one thing. And also the fact, the pieces around him are going to allow him to get better and get settled into his role more over time. I'm not going to say it's going to be no quick right away thing. So
no. It takes time.
I'm telling you, watch. So what if he starts hitting in his stride now?
Barry, what are you going to
You know what I mean?
If RJ turns out to be a better player, what would you say then? I mean, there's a ceiling for RJ to grow, man. So. I mean,
look. Here's the thing about this, right? Look. So, with the potential and the fact that he still can expand his skill set, why can't he become Why can't he become a elite player? Why can't he become a star player over time? Realistically, like
Right.
all these other stars had to develop over time, just like Giannis went through the years in Milwaukee, get bulking up, getting bigger, and getting his game up over
Started as
time, right?
a skinny, bony looking individual, and look at him. He's a beast. He's a monster. You know what I'm
To get
saying?
up in his skills. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know
It's
the vibe, man. Put the blue and orange up. Yeah, I know the vibe.
yeah. Shout out to Jimmy
Shout out
J.
to
Yeah,
yeah,
word.
all day in the building.
That's a
But
fact. Let's tap it up for Jimmy, man. Yeah, word.
but so why? My thing is, why can't RJ become an elite star over time, especially with so much potential? All he has to do is work on other moves, like and work on his how to be more unpredictable and work his handle more. And he still has potential to grow and become better. So
I agree. This, the ceiling is very high for him, man. You know, ceiling is
well,
very high.
and here's the thing about John Zion, right? There were already elite players, bro, in
Yeah.
collegiate level. It just carried over and they adjusted easier because, like I say, IQ is everything in this game. These players have the IQ, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
These players have the IQ. So the adjustment for them from the collegiate level to the NBA level was very easy for them. And not to mention Zion is he's one of the more bulkier players in the league. He's a tank, bro. Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna stand underneath the hoop if he got the lane? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
And not only that, he's not just a tank. You know, he's not just a tank. This man could jump.
yes.
This man, the way he blocks, you know, it's crazy. You be like, where does this guy came from? Like he's a monster, bro.
Nah, but you on the subject of hops. Ja got hops too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ja got hops too. You saw the dunk where he switched hands in the air and dunked it with the left.
Like, you know, and that's the thing about Ja and Zion. These two guys, they're like in a small tiny batch of elite talented players that's naturally just gifted. That these dudes have the IQ, the awareness, the court awareness that it takes some players a few years to get into, to develop, these guys already come with that. It's only a very few guys that can actually play the way Ja Morant plays and Zion. So, you know, when you're talking about Ja and Zion, you're talking about just a very few, those players in that batch of eliteness, you know. So it's, you know, you got to give other players a little bit more time to develop, you know, what these guys already have, you know, and that's just what it is.
And just to add to that real quick, Zion still have crazy potential too in the league. They not done yet.
Oh, they're not done growing.
But they have things that other players don't have, and that's them intangibles that you can't teach.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's what makes them elite and separates them from everybody.
Their instinct, their hustle, like it's crazy. Like you can't teach that, you know. Their hunger, you know, their ability to just, man, their ability to just dominate, man, it's crazy. Like Ja, you know, it's funny. Ja reminds me of a Iverson, bro. He does, in a way. not doing a direct comparison to Iverson, but in a way, he does remind me of an Iverson. The way he attacks the basket. It's just that Ja is a better dunker, you know. Yeah, and the Iverson's crossover to me is still better, you know. But I mean they do resemble. He does resemble Iverson to me, man. And that's is not a player I can really say that about. Any other player I can say that about. That gives me Iverson vibes, you know. So yeah. Oh, back to Brooklyn real quick. It was Sumner who wasn't in the game. It was Warren did play, but it was Sumner that I wanted in the game to play, and he wasn't playing. I was like, I'm just like, oh man, it's like why are you not playing this kid? You know, so it's like, geez, still a tough loss. They probably would have lost anyway, but I think Sumner would have made the difference because I think he would have made some. He would have contributed on the offensive end, you know. So,
of course, Knicks fans on Twitter don't want RJ. They're always they're the first people to quick to say anything. Like I don't believe everything they say, man. Can't just be out there listening to everybody, man.
yeah. You gotta do your own. Gotta do your own homework, man.
Yeah.
You gotta look at things from your point of view and not anyone else's. That's the problem with a lot of people. You know, they look at someone else's point of view, and then they don't have a mind of their own all of a sudden. Whatever that person says, it sticks with that person, and then they run with it.
Yeah, I agree.
And then when it's not factual, you know, they look crazy. They
this
look
is
crazy.
a fact right here that some are born with it, others develop it. That's a fact. Some are just athletically gifted, others aren't.
Yep. That's a fact. That's a true fact. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's you either have it or you don't, or you learn it, or you don't learn it at all. And, you know, some players have the potential, and some players don't realize that, and they don't take advantage. I think we've seen a lot of players throughout the NBA history who had the potential to really be great, to elevate their game, and they for whatever reason they just felt like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And they fell flat off the map. So, you know. So I mean, that's what it is, man. But yeah, this is our recap of the week. So we're gonna leave it at that.
I want to thank everybody.
Taz in the building.
Right now, I would like to thank everybody in the chat who said their piece, said what they were going to say, say that. I want to thank everybody for pulling up. You know what I mean? Appreciate that much.
Yeah, yo, shout out to Barry. Shout out to Barry, man. Shout out to Barry, man. For real, man. Shout out to Jimmy J1, man. And shout out to everyone who tunes in, man. Shout out to y'all, man. For real, man. That's a fact. You know, my Barry said if I seen AD, nah, I didn't see AD. I don't know what did he hurt himself again?
No, I think he's going off because he's been having one hell. Yo, and I know that this is not New York sports related, but real quick, AD's been going on a tear of 20+ point games in a row and 10+ rebounds, like ridiculous.
Yeah, he did. I was watching the Portland game the other night. He was doing them dirty, man. I was like, damn. 55 points. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, I don't like the Lakers, so I don't really watch the
Definitely
Lakers
all
game.
love, man. Definitely all love, man.
All love, Barry, for real, man. For real, man.
Definitely,
And
Barry. No, shout out to you, my guy.
you know, both of these guys, man. Got love for them, man. For real. I got love for everyone who tunes in, man. Shout out to y'all one more time, man.
Definitely. Like everybody from pulling up.
You know,
and that's the Barclays. And of course, y'all know y'all can't forget the one and only Marlon Mayhem. You can't forget him. Please.
Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah. And we can't forget about the rest of the conglomerate family, you know, Kev Bugs, VJ, T-Time, you know, can't forget about the guys, man. Salute, most deaf, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of content coming, man. We just making sure we get the schedules right, and we're gonna be pumping it out, bro. Like, you know, because I know a lot of people have been asking me about Nets Row, you know, what's going on with Nets Row, because I had a Knicks fan, you know, he was like, yo, what you doing with Nets Row, right? What you doing with Nets Row? I was like, yo, we gonna work on that. Me and Coastal, you know, we working on that. We just trying to get the schedules right. Once we get the schedules right, we good. But Michael Allen Skeen is part of the Nets Row family. You know, we're gonna be covering Nets Row content pretty soon on that platform. So that's what it is. But on that note, we are out of here.
We out of here. Shout out to everybody who's here.
Word. Peace.
See y'all in the next live.
Yeah. I stay with that big Glock, I put him in Ziploc. He put him on TikTok, what happened to hip-hop? The dope-ass MC, the DJ Big Crates. I first heard Double Dutch bust on them little eights. Mr. Magic playing, turn it down, it's too late. Chuck D and Cool J, the era was so great. With enough flashback of this dope-ass rap. Right now, my foot is on these little niggas' back. I click-clack the iron. Whoever out there dying, spin back, shoot whoever out there crying. Forgive me, Lord, the drug dealers ain't teach me nothing. I had to learn, I seen niggas get killed for frontin'. Now I'm outside your Airbnb from the era when they were scared to rhyme at D&D. Y'all niggas better stop. Y'all know about D-Block. Funny ass dances, nigga, all we had was the WAP. Maybe Running Man, but I was tired for that. Crack rocks, nigga, black tops and ratchet. Oh, that's my little homie sister, she can catch it. Head crack, what's in your bank, I'ma match it. Yeah. Don't let these niggas throw you off like you supposed to die for them or go up north. When a nigga that you following is extra soft, take his gun and smack him if he fucking cold.
I stay with the F in, I teach you a lesson. It's not my fault, I'm greater than you, less than. Too much hate is why you missing your blessings. Like my chances with any contestants. Lower your tone now, cause we all grown now. That bid you did don't mean nothing, you home now. That just mean you could catch two in your dome now.